right, so today's video, we are watching a Silver 5 tank on PC, also Gold 1 and 6v6. They say, hello, I am a Gold 1 tank player. I am a Rein, Ramatra, Mauga, and Roadhog player. I've been trying to rank up, but my team says I'm always throwing, even though I get good mitigation and picks/limbs. I don't know if it's me or just them. I really want a champ player to watch my match and see what I need to improve on. I also want to know if my damaged teammates' deaths was their fault or someone else's. I've been trying to provide strats to my team as well, like if we are getting owned by a Tracer, go Torb and stuff like that. But it always feels like they are spitting in my face saying, Tank, it's your job to create space for us. Why aren't you getting rid of this Tracer while I'm on point or something? Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. And they said, I'm even tempted to go Mauga 24/7. Well, Mauga's pretty good right now. It's not really it's pretty good, to be honest with you, at that point. Anyway, let's find out. Let's see how your tanking is. The way that you're describing it is that teammates die a lot and you're getting damage mitigation. So we'll see. Okay, I just gotta start off. I want to kind of show y'all. Just for anybody, no matter what rank you're in, I would recommend this path right here to start on the high ground. Obviously, you might default point. At the very worst, like go this way. I just kind of want you to see. You make it to the point here as Roadhog, and you have 17 seconds until the point unlocks. So what's going to happen? You're going to be standing right here, and they're going to be up here. Right away, this is an advantage in Overwatch. High ground is an advantage. Now, obviously, you need to be able to hit your shots, and it's a silver game, etc. That's fine. But like, I would prefer to be in the moment like here, where you can have a vantage point of their team from up here than to be the team that's down here. Like, I would prefer to be up here any day of the week. So if you're the tank and you know, they want you to create space, well, you need to path correctly too. I would not say this is the correct path to lead your teammates in the right spot. We'll see what happens, of course, because things can happen, but yes. Okay. Thankfully, they're all running down to you. All right, what's your play? Okay, this is... All right, so you want to go clear them out up there, right? So we're going to start to head up over there, right? Going to head up to that high ground. Yep. You're gonna start heading up there now to kind of take away that space, because this is... Space creation is creating the space for your teammates, okay? Like... All right. Now... So you talk about tanking, right? Just kind of like talk to you about this for a second. Tanking and creating space is also about taking away angles from your teammates. So far, what I've seen you do is your space creation right now is just running around doing your own thing. And then you go, oh, my teammates died. What are they doing? Space creation as a tank is also making it so that areas of the map are shut down, right? So for example, say I'm a Soldier 76 and I'm right here. And I see my tank right here. My vision now is that I have to worry about this. This is what I have to worry about, right? This will be safe because of my tank, because the space is created. You're just kind of running around, and when that's happening, they're breaking out from all different areas. This area, that area. Heck, someone probably came down from this area, and your teammates have nothing to work with. So it ends up turning into these like goofy 1v1s. So you need to learn how to control a side of the map. And like, that's how you want to start with what I would call space creation. Until you're able to do that, this is the up and down struggle you're probably going to have in this situation. So we'll head back to you right here, and we'll go from there. You obviously get a kill. Yep, this is certainly... This game is aligning with what I expected. Okay, so now you want to go deny the space up there at high ground, right? Deny the space. Good hook. Cool. Good hook. It's okay to right-click occasionally if you need to on the Bastion with the hitbox. All right, heal up. Heal up. Heal up. That's on you. I mean, like, you can try to get mad at your team, but, like, you just didn't heal, and you have 200 HP. Yeah, you might have saved your teammate there initially, but you're going to lose that, so heal up on your way there. You can move while healing, and then go from there. But again, you notice the trend? You're kind of just, you're deathmatch. So the way that tanking is it is deathmatchy nowadays, but you have to think about your teammates too. So, all right, there you go, you know. Yeah, I'm not worried about the hooks. That's not... The thing is like, you can hit all the hooks in the world as Roadhog, but like, it also... There's a lot that can happen in between that, right? Like, I play against hogs that hit hooks all the time, but like, if they're given space creation, you know, not holding the areas that need to be held, then my team can run through and get killed, right? Like, that's just kind of how that goes. This could be a good hog ult if you wanted to send it here. I would be okay with that. Good usage of your ult. Not a bad play at all. Remember to heal yourself up here as you're going up the stairs. Right? There you go. Okay, good job. Good hook. Yeah, hook's been the least of my worries. If you haven't noticed, I haven't commented on the hooks because they haven't been my worry. Okay, yep. Soldier's going to be your target. Go up there to the soldier. Go to the soldier. Or do that. Whatever works. I guess this is just where everybody paths. This one's interesting. All right. Yeah, back away temporarily. Why not capping the point? Uh-huh. Yep. Play to live. Play to live. Run away. You know the hook time, and it's run the same as yours. Hog hooks. You hook second. I mean, you're tanking there. What's the trend, though? Do you notice how your teammates are always hiding from the high ground? This is why your pathing is super important as a tank. If you're never taking the high ground and you're pathing straight down this way over and over again, your teammates are always going to be on their back foot there. You're not taking away any side of the map. You're going here. You're not taking away this. You're not taking away this. You're not taking away this. You're not taking away even this. Okay? You were going to the same spot. The one time I've seen you go this way is you went up this way. Already, from a tank perspective, you're not creating the space that needs to be created here. You're funneling your team down to here, which leaves two options. They ignore you, and they go this way, which honestly, if your tank is doing this, generally recommend it because you're going to end up in this really rough spot on this map. Or, you know, your team has to follow you. And when they follow you, it ends up being kind of hit or miss depending on how it goes. Obviously, there's mistakes in this game. It is a silver game, so there's going to be, you know, a lot of different pathing and mistakes that happen. But either way. And again, notice how I'm not commenting on your hooks. Your hooks have been fine. But, like, think about it. Like, you're 12-3 with a bunch of hooks, but you're like, oh, my team is dying because your team doesn't have space to work with because you're funneling everything down to this part of the map, which then puts you into this individual 1v1 game, but like your team doesn't have any opportunity to go take the high ground because it's being killed by the other team. So, you see, either way, the hog, you know, gets the kills there, and your team loses the fight. So, again, pathing would be one of my #1 recommendations in this game, is the way that you're pathing is definitely getting your team killed, at least from what I can see. We'll see how this goes on your next attack. I will say Roadhog on this map of Basan is a rough one, but watch Roadhog dominate. The mention was, like, mention about how the DPS deaths are, like, is it, like, whose fault is it? And, like, the truth is, like, there's nothing for them to work with. It's not necessarily all on you, of course, but when you kind of lead your team into, like, the middle of the open, which, again, keep in mind, in Silver, a lot of the time they're going to follow the tank. So your pathing is important. If their Roadhog runs it down mid here and just has everybody funnel right here, you're probably going to lose the team fight, right? You want to take away an angle. You want to take away a side of the map. Control this. You know, force them to have a corner of the map to themselves while you control 80% of it. The way to not do that is to run it down mid. Now, you're here. I would recommend either going here, evaluating what they're doing, and then you can chip off over here. You can go all the way around this way. If you want, again, you're on Roadhog, which I wouldn't recommend on this map. Again, there's good Roadhogs will make it work. So if you know your hooks are good and you're pathing correctly, you're fine. The only thing you don't want to do is funnel to the point like this. This will get you a crossfire from every single angle. So let's see what happens. Okay. So you put yourself in the bottom corner here. But Sherry, thanks for the 49 months of the tier 1 video, thank you. And Naz, thanks for the prime sub video, thank you. So you end up just going to the point. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's just gonna pause. Look at the map right now. All right, so you funneled your team here. Okay? Your Moira is the only person dealing with the off angle. So if this Moira on your team, the one creating space, doesn't kill this Bastion, now you have a Bastion right here. You have their team here, and they have this part of the map. If your Moira doesn't solo a Bastion, you're going to get rolled by them on that angle, right? So, see this right here? So when you funnel it down mid, you're going to be at a disadvantageous spot. Now, of course, in Silver, it happens here too. So this is why you want to be the one to take advantage of that bad positioning to kind of level up your gameplay. All right, anyway, back to the Roadhog. A lot of spinning in circles, huh? Yep. I'm sorry. Wait one moment. I'm sorry, but what? That still doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. What? What kind of hook do you got over here? Dude, that was something. Anyway, just to point out to you, by the way, if you didn't notice, you turned around to go chase somebody here because, again, when you lose contain of the map, you then give up this space and your teammates die in points. So don't get me wrong. Could your teammates minimize a death or two? Probably. But you're not really setting your teammates up for that space creep. And I want to kind of get that down. Listen, you can play Hog all day you want. Just make sure that you path correct. Put your teammates in the correct spots. Take away one side of the map. Let your teammates have something to work with. Use your hooks aggressively as you break off. But like you're just putting yourselves in rough spots. Now, obviously this game goes long, so I assume you're going to win this round, right? I at least assume that. Maybe it doesn't go that way. But like, what if you look at what's happening here? What do your teammates have to work with? Well, let's talk about that very quickly. Team players, if you have a Roadhog that's doing things like this and just going down here and not working with, you need to go and take angles. So the DPS here, you need to start taking angles and take away the map yourself, right? So if your Hog wants to run it down mid and just hide over here and then get mad that you're dying, you want to go and take space. You can't go up over here because, again, with the Roadhog currently not taking space on this side, you have nothing to work with here and you'll just get rolled. So you want to take a wide angle and then try to debate them into going for kills. See this right here? You want to kind of be in a spot like that. That's what you would do if your tank is just kind of funneling this way. All right? You need to take away half the map. At the very worst, you want to basically split it in half, right? At the very worst, ideally you split it in half. Now, in an ideal world, you have 85% of the map. So you have all of this, right? And they're either funneled into here or vice versa. They're funneled to here. That's how you want to play it. And then if they end up going to the point, you now surround them from all these sides, and then you win the team fight, right? That's how you're going to just control the map. Right now, you're not setting your team up for that success, nor are your teammates taking the angle. So your question goes down to, whose fault is it, etc. It's just a team effort. No one's really going to the spots they need to go to, so therefore, you're not able to get the value you want. Go right side, go right side, go right side, top right. You don't need to go down. It's going to work out because somehow one of the... Yep. All right. Man, these hooks have been very something. Yeah, the BAP got booped. Hey, nice kill. Again, if you haven't noticed, I'm not saying the hooks are bad. Now, this is why I'm being a little bit, I don't know if harsher is the correct word, but like why I'm being more adamant on like getting you in the right spots, because here's what I'm seeing. A Roadhog with the mechanical skill to hit your hooks and get kills, but not playing the rest of the game in the way that will set your teammates up for success. So what rank is this? Silver. That is a hook, but I've been there, don't worry. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Not missing your hooks. Teammates dealt with a soldier, so that's good. Keep in mind your teammates do have that angle, which is nice. Dirty Duck, thanks for the 16 months of the tier 1. Appreciate it, thank you. Hog hook. Remember there's a window there, be careful. Good job by your Pharah. All right. It all worked out, right? Yep. That's just the missed hook. You've been hitting all your hooks, so I don't really have to comment on that one. You just missed your hooks. Still waiting to see what your play is here. Oh, there's the missed hook. I just want to kind of pause again. Do you notice how you're just controlling this part of the map? Like this part. Like if you even position yourself this way, and I don't even want you to do this, but like if you're playing here, look at the free hooks you have. When you control this part of the map, look at all the freedom you're going to have to be able to get these limbs. I just, if you stop funneling yourself into these small areas of the map, you're going to get so much more value because the hooks are great. But everything else is just not aligning with what you want to see. Obviously, a bad time to me saying the hooks were great, but I've been there, done that. This is the toughest hooks, the easiest one. Popping your ultimate is correct. You should getting that team fight up. I mean, obviously, you didn't have to use the ultimate, but it's hog ult. You'll heal twice and get it, so you're fine. Oh crap, I gotta get my stuff out here. Okay.
I'm with you.
All right. Teammate dies there. Okay, so that's that round. Is what it is. Looking at the death count of your teammates, obviously there's a bit of minimize in there, but again, you're also Roadhog. You have a lot of self-sustain, and when you don't have the size of the map, your teammates will die. Again, they can still do a better job of survivability, though, if that's what you were wondering. It's time. Right down middle. Alrighty. Suggested pathways, left side isn't too bad. You have a health pack to work with. You can get a lot of free kills, obviously. If you want to go right side, you can. Not my favorite. A little bit congested in that area. This way is okay as long as your vision is to kind of take away the map, not just run it down mid. We'll see what your play is. Okay. I can still accept this because you're on an angle. All right, what's your plan? Uh-huh. Yep. There you go. Okay. Taking away part of the map, funneling them into a small corridor. Notice how your teammates are alive currently. Uh-huh. All right, good heals. We notice how your teammates are alive for the most part during that because they didn't have all that room to work with. Yeah, that soldier's going to keep trying to run around there. Good job. Good point capture. So, what tank is best for team protection? I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, positioning of teammates is the best. But, like, obviously, like, you know, heroes like Rhine are kind of the bread and butter of that. Sigma's decent at it, but, like, Sigma's shield kind of needs to be used more selfishly. A lot of it just comes down to everybody's, you know, you go into the right path and teammate positioning correctly. Magma swap, obviously. You got to run there. I noticed you were taking 0 damage, but used all your resource. Bit of a misplay. All right, you got a kill. Nice. Yep. It amazes me how, no matter what you do, you always find a way to be in the direct center of the middle of the map. So way it's harder for any of the space creation to work. And even if you're getting away with it, I want you to understand that your teammates have to have so many different angles being shot at by them that's why it can be a little bit rough. You can ult this, by the way. I would recommend it if you want to send them off the map. That was a good play. And then just do that. Good job. Back away now to play to live. Back away to play to live. Okay, now go in with your ultimate. Go in with the Moira ultimate. Go in with the Moira ultimate. You want to go in aggressively. You would have went the other way where the Moira ultimate was going. You've now gone back to your, I guess this is just your apartment right here in this little spot. You just hide in this little area. You know, yeah, beautiful view. So I can see that. All right. Back to the point, and there we go. You notice this, though? To give you an idea, hooks are great. Some of the movement you're doing is great. But just remember that if you want your teammates to be able to survive more, there needs to be more help on taking away the sides of the map. Just saying. I mean, you're doing that now. Look at this. Look at this. Now your teammates have to worry about this side. Okay? Do I love this play? Nope. Is it better than standing in the middle of the open? Probably. Again, it's working, so I can't, like, you know, I just want to get you in good habits. Look at this. Notice something? So you go over here. I want to kind of give you an idea. Imagine if this soldier goes over here by himself during all of this and just kills your teammates. You literally deny an angle. Your teammates get a kill, and now they might die to a Mauga ultimate. But what you did was is you held this side, and now they have to worry about this. I don't like the spot your team's in, but you don't have to worry about this side. Let's see. Oh, that hook almost hit. Good job. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Nice try, I think. Oh, wait. Remember behind you, though. Remember where they... Yep. Lack of awareness on the map where they're going to spawn. You want to race to get, actually, believe it or not, to your spot and or right here. So, a little bit of a misplay there when you could have, at least in my opinion, definitely kind of kept things rolling there. It happens, though. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's more along the lines of being more active as a tank and taking away one side of the map. If you can take away or split the map up 50-50, rather than kind of putting yourself in the middle of like a Venn diagram as an example, that's how you want to go about it, all right? Good kill. Hooks have been great, though. If you can utilize good positioning, with those hooks, you'll climb, by the way, just so you know. Excellent. Thanks for the 38 months of the Prime Sabrina. Thank you. You have a very solid hook accuracy. Okay, what's your plan? Let's see what we got here. What do you do? Go to the right side? Okay. All right. Yep, all right. Then you can pop your ultimate. There you go. Remember, you can heal during ultimate. Good kills, though. Now, Jack, let's just talk about something here very quickly. That's going to be the game, so we'll pause it right here very quickly. So what happened there? Just out of curiosity. What was the play that happened? Well, here's what happened. You took away this angle from their team. Your soldier then survived because your soldier went on the angle with you. Notice how your soldier paths with you when you go together. You go this way. Then you go over here. They go for your soldier, but because you're here on this angle, working with your teammate, you then get a free kill on a Mauga, a Moira. Your teammates survive. They clean up the team fight, and they win. There's your final death counts. Now, of course, you know, could there have been less death counts? Of course. But I think you're looking at your death count, and you're going, well, I had 7 deaths. What are my teammates doing? You're playing for yourself most of the time. And when you're playing for yourself most of the time, that leaves your teammates susceptible. So just remember, whenever you pathed correctly, things went pretty well, right? Obviously, you got away with a lot of these plays. And honestly, like, the truth is, you can end up in these spots, right? But I don't want to see your default be this, right? Run it down mid, end up in this spot. I want to see your default be this. Go left side, set your teammates up in an advantageous position, and then take this spot. When you do this, you get rid of all this part of the map that your team has to worry about, which means that all of your aim from your teammates is funneled here or funneled here. And that's the whole point of it. So learn how to be able to deny that space and learn to like path a little bit better at the beginning of the games, and that will lead to better results for your teammates. But if you keep running it down mid, this is what's going to happen over and over again. The hooks look great. The rest of like leading your team in needs to be there. Now, obviously people will be like, oh, just switch off Hog. I'm not here to tell you what hero to play in these ones, right? In Silver, you can get away with pretty much anything, play whatever you want. But I want to set you up for good habits, because if your goal is to climb, you need to learn from these type of games, even where you do win, and recognize there's a lot to work on in that sense, okay? So remember, path better, work a little bit on like, you know, some of your healing during like the middle of team fights. A couple times you got kind of like a little bit wild there. And just remember, take away the angles with your team. Don't pass directly in the middle every single time, and you'll start to see good results.
Hope you all are doing well. Emongg blank is emongg blank is emongg blank is emongg party emongg party.
And with that being said, though, I think if you do all that, you can climb. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, make sure to like button, subscribe to the YouTube. If you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. You want to submit your own Spectating, my Discord is where to do that. And if you want to watch another one of these to learn something about the game, click it down here on the bottom left. It's going to be a good one. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.